Good evening, everybody. You've stumbled upon the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. If your dial string is broken, you're blessed because this is a good place to be at this particular time on a Wednesday evening. Every Wednesday evening at 7:30 Central Time is the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. My name's Doug. Call Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo, located in Aggieland in Bryan, Texas, just about an hour north of Houston, ever-growing metropolis of Houston. So, with that, I'll ask for, is there any emergency traffic? We have a very large net that could pass emergency traffic, so if there's any emergency traffic, come now. Okay, I'll take that was not emergency traffic. And so very good. Buy, sell, trades, as long as they're boat anchor related, are acceptable, or giveaways. We just finished up with our semi-annual get-together there in Belton, Texas, our big ham fest. And so hopefully maybe we got some new equipment. If you got any new stuff, you want to brag about it, we'll be glad to hear about it for sure. It's always kind of piece parting it out. Even had my soldering iron going on adding some padding caps on one that's one of my favorites that I attempted and successfully fired up. But I decided, I think I'll go ahead and use the old standby right now. The other one is going to need a slight touching here and there, but I look forward to doing that when I have spare time. All right, with that, we'll start down the list here. I do have a list of early check-ins, and, let's see now. The first one I heard is K8WOZ, the ever-present Dan out of the Sanctuary City. Go ahead, Dan.
Good evening, Doug, and all the other boat anchor aficionados. This Dan, K8WOZ in the middle of Houston. Just run the same old Kenwood 830 with the attachments, driving it's a B&W L1000A amplifier. Does have a pair of 813s in it, putting out about, today's doing about 600 watts, and I got a small power supply on it. And the antenna is an inverted V up about 42 feet in the center, and the ends are somewhere around 30, I suppose. And that's it. From here, a good friend, old friend, used to hang out here. I was telling Lynn earlier, Mark Tallman, KJ5NS, passed away last Saturday, I guess it was. But nice fellow. He's been off the air for quite a while. He's had some health issues and things, but very nice guy, you know. He's one of the ones that makes it real tough when they're not around anymore. That's it from here. Thanks, Doug. KWOZ.
Okay, Dan. Thanks a lot, and thanks for the update. Also, I've heard. I've been a follower, and I didn't know it for sure. Yeah, I'm always looking forward to it if I ever get anything heavy, and I did actually. I wanted to see if they would roll it up to the front door. It was some cylinder heads, two V8 cast iron cylinder heads, and they came in two separate boxes. They're kind of long like a cigar, and I thought, they probably wouldn't roll it, but I almost wanted to wish they put them together in a box so I could see them attempt to roll the thing. Because never forget that story. All right, next on. Thanks a lot, Dan. Next on the list, Tom, KC5L. Tom, how you doing?
Good evening, Doug, and everyone on the net. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight we're on the usual here, talking on the Central Electronics 200B with the D104 microphone. And it's driving the matching 600L amplifier, which has a single grid-driven 813 doing about 350 watts in 2A Johnson KW matchbox, and a homebrew doublet of about 15 feet, and we're listening on an R390A. And that's about all I got going on this evening, Doug. You're sounding great here in San Antonio. Back to you, KC5L.
Hey, super deal. Thanks a lot. It's great always hearing you, Tom. I missed you at Belton, but like I said, it was hot. If there was a hole, I would have been inside it. All right. Next on the list, I have Ken. Kenneth, AG5XP. Great to meet you, Ken. That's Friday at Belton. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah, this is Kenneth, AG5XP, up here in Brownwood. Tonight we're on the mix and match setup. Got a Eastkit SB10, got a D104 hooked up to it. It's hooked up to a Johnson Viking 1, and I got that going out to a Gunset GSB 201. Got 4811s in that thing, using an old BZ 348 for the receiver and some homebrew goodies to make it all work, and going out of homebrew Dublin antenna, and that's what we're doing up here. And glad to see everybody there at both, and wish the temperature had been a little cooler, but had a good time. And back to that AG5XP.
All right. Thanks a lot, Kenneth. It's great meeting you, like I said. And now, it takes me a long time. I'm pretty thick-headed for me to, put one and one together. If I'm not, anyway. Yeah, I'll look forward to next time for sure. So, all right. I heard my neighbor in there, W5 Delta, Papa, Sammy. Good evening, sir. You care to check in? Over.
Well, I'm here. I'll just say howdy there. Good to see everybody at Belgium. That ain't me with the carrier. All right. Good to see everybody at Belgium. It was hot. It was plenty hot. So we ain't got much to say today. W5DPP.
All right. Thanks a lot for checking in, Sammy. Yeah, you did bring one of the larger selections, and thank you very much for that. I know that's a lot of work, and yeah, it's when you see somebody with a whole lot of stuff, you got to appreciate all the work it takes to just manage that, let alone give you the right to peruse. So through the horde, and that's only part of it. So if you have any need, Sammy does run the biggest ham radio superstore around these parts. W5 Delta, Papa. Let him know what you need. I'm sure he has it. All right, there you go. Yeah, I'll get more overflow for that for sure. W5HHR. Henry, good evening, sir. Oh.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I've on a little different things tonight. I'm usually on the Kenwood 520 or an old Kenwood transceiver, but I'm on a 7300 here and driving a home-built pair of 813s and grounded grid 2800 volts on the plate. And I'm driving at about 700 watts out into an inverted V up about 50 foot at the apex, about 20 foot off the ground. And that's about it. I normally don't run a later radio like this, but I just didn't have time to cook the other ones up, and I knew if I did, they would drift on me a little bit. So anyway, this is what it is. Everybody have a good afternoon. Enjoyed it, and back to net control.
Okay, Henry. That's like running wooden wheels on a Corvette. Over.
It sure is.
Okay, sounding great. And yeah, I just turned this 500 on, this 1500 on, so it's still drifting a little bit. Yeah, pardon my dust. All right, I'm going to keep going down the list here. And then, Stan, don't worry, Stan. I'm waiting for the band to mature a little bit, and we'll get you here up there in Harrison, Arkansas pretty quick. All right, KJ5GQM. Sir, welcome to the Boat Anchors Net. Barry, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Doug. Very fitting that you picked me up tonight. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Let me get the technical stuff out of the way first. Tonight I'm on my old reliable TR3 Drake transceiver, barefoot into the MN2000 antenna tuner, and out to my regular in-fed half-wave antenna that's about 20 feet off the ground. The microphone tonight is an Electro Voice 610. With that out of the way, I wanted to say a couple little things that some of you guys may not be aware of. So I have been coming on the net here for a little over a year now, and back in probably early September last year, I was a newly licensed amateur radio operator, had my brand new Yaesu FT710 and trying it out on a Wednesday night and spinning the knob, and came across Doug talking about boat anchors, and that kind of piqued my interest, so I checked in, talked to Doug for a minute, exchanged some emails, and a little over a year later, here I am with piles of boat anchor radios all around me, and various radios from a Central Electronics NB, all the way through several different Drake transceivers and whatnot. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to Doug and Lynn and Jay and Rusty, for kind of keeping this going. It's been a really fun year for me. I've learned a ton from you guys and from K0IEI, Jim out in Woodway, and Paul and over in Bee Caves. I just really enjoyed the last year or so that I've been doing this boat anchor thing, and just wanted to say thanks for that, and back to you, Doug.
Hey, thanks for the flowers, Barry. I'll take that as a positive reinforcing comment. Don't forget that we were once good friends, okay? When it gets out of control and your kids ask you why, don't use my name. All right, Barry. Well, that was a fantastic comment, and thank you very much for that. And it goes for everybody here. When I started back here because I did a lot of health and welfare out in California. I was trained with CHP for emergency communications, and I got heavily involved with Hurricane Iniki and the big earthquake in '89, and I just got out of it because it's the thing about emergency responders. They just don't want it. They disconnect. And so when I got back into it, I got into AM, and because I love AM, always will. And I got hooked up with R.L. Howard, bless his heart and rest in peace. And he served me, and I'm lucky enough to have some of his museum pieces here. And I really do need to get them back on the air. I think the preservation periods is past. So, all right. Well, thanks a lot, Barry. Appreciate that. Next on the list, K0IEI, Jim. Speak of Jim. Good evening, Jim. Welcome to the Boat Anchors Net. Over.
Yeah, good evening from Woodway. This is K0IEI, Jim. Tonight we're running the Kenwood TS530 with the D104 microphone. That's going up to a 75-meter dipole, about 35 feet in the air. Everybody's coming in great tonight. K0IEI.
Okay, very good, Jim. Thanks for checking in. Next on the list, K5WHO, Stan. How you doing, Stan? You hearing me okay up there in Arkansas, over in Harrison?
Oh, yeah. I got about 10 open signal on you. No problem at all. I heard you fine. I don't hear wind tonight. Sometimes I don't hear wind, so the band's in pretty good shape. At least that's here at my location. Anyway, my name is Stan. I'm up here in Harrison. As Doug said, tonight I'm running a Collins KWM2. And I'm driving that with a Turner 254C ceramic desk mic. And that's going into a dipole antenna out there, low altitude antenna, only about 20 feet off the ground. But anyway, hopefully it's working. Thank you for calling Ned, and thank you for calling me, and everybody have a great day.
All right, Stan, thanks a lot. It's always great to hook up with you up there in the wonderful state of Arkansas. I used to live in Pea Ridge, and and Goshen, too. So just outside of Eureka Springs, and where Donna Douglas, I don't know if she's still living, but she's certainly become a real estate Mongol up there. So next on the list, right, Dennis, W5DPK. Good evening, sir. Hello, Dennis.
Yeah, good evening, one and all. This is W5DPK. Again, name is Dennis with Longview, Texas. Tonight we're using the Gold Reliable TS520, and it's pushing a SD220 amplifier into a tuner, which is the old UT2000A. That's the Ultimate Transmat by Birch. Picked that up in at the, let's see, which one was that? Mena, Arkansas, where I got that. Let's see, we also have the remote VFO in the speaker for the 520, the microphone MC50. And tonight I'm using a little trick. I picked up a QF1 up in Mena, so I decided to hook it up this evening because I'm having real problems with neighborhood lights. The street lights are extremely noisy. Most of the poles are not grounded anymore. It's a mess that way. And the QF1 still works like a hose, bringing up signals and dampening the Q or Nancy in the background, so I'm a happy camper. Spent all of $10 on it. Let's see. One more thing. Recently, in the past week or two, I've started a new Facebook page, if anyone's interested. It's called Texas Traders Net. It's a Facebook page for you to list your wants, list your for sale items with photographs. So take advantage of it. We'll be posting as much as possible also the listings from each one of the nets, including this net. So kind of a new project, as if I don't have enough. Back to net control, W5DPK.
Oh, super deal. Super deal, Dennis. The Texas Traders Net on Facebook. There's the page. Yes, I got a WTB, possibly. That would be awesome. Yeah, and it's a local thing too. You know, QTH is a good thing, but when you can do it local, I always say buy and sell local if you can. And Texas is big enough. I would say that it shouldn't be that hard. Anyway, thanks a lot, Dennis. Appreciate that. The next and the last on the list is KB5TXW George. George, I know you're last on the list, but you're not last on my list. It's just this one that I'm making with my pen. Hello, George.
Thank you for picking me up, Doug. This is Whiskey Bravo 5 Tango X-Ray Whiskey in Austin. Once again on the S-line gear, 32S1, 75S330L1. Power supply, the speaker box, Shure 444. Out to the dipole in the woods, about 20 feet up. And it all appears to be working, so once again, thank you for picking me up. This is Whiskey Bravo 5 Tango X-Ray Whiskey back to net.
Exactly. Sorry, I said kilo. My chicken scratching looked more like a K, but it's a W. I corrected it. Doggone it. I should just go off the same old list all the time. Well, a little bit about my station. I'll go backwards here. It's an inverted V up at 95 feet, just insulated 14-gauge bell wire. Nothing fancy. With a Corian spreader bar. Had a cutting board. It hit the tile floor one day and it shattered. So that's okay with me. Fiberglass reinforced nylon makes a great electrical spreader board for any old dipole or doublet or any kind of balanced antenna that you want, or even coax fed. That's what this is. Goes down to a Swan Mark II Retromod. It's a pair of 4400s and grounded grid. And it goes over to the Swan 500 here. And I'm talking into an Electro Voice 638. So doing legal limit. All right. Len, K5LYN. I think the band is matured now, and we're ready for you if you're ready for it. Send it over to you, K5LYN WB1E.
Well, we'll sure take a shot at it, Doug. Beautiful work on your part. This is K5LYN, Len in Austin. And I'm on a radio, all-homebrew station called Cheap and Easy SSB, built on the chassis of a World War II aircraft radio called the BC-458. And there's two 1625s, phasing type exciter. And I'm driving the Johnson Viking Courier amplifier, which is two 811As, to about 400 watts out here. So let's see if there's anybody out there that can hear me. We heard some nice comments from a lot of people, and my information is that our net's being recorded this evening, so we'll have a lot to listen to when Matt gets it posted to YouTube there. If you're not familiar with that, look at Boat Anchor Net on YouTube, and you'll hear yourself talking here. All right, who else wants to talk to us today? K5LYN, Lynn and Austin, calling and listening.
Echo 5, Quebec.
Kilo Delta 5, Foxtrot X-ray.
Okay, E5Q. Hey, Jim, talk to us.
All right, K5LYN in the net. This is Jim, Kilo Echo 5, Quebec. Good evening to everybody, and we had a great time in Belton Friday and Saturday. Good to see many of our friends there. We had 3 tables there in the back, and but we spent a lot of time out in the parking lot there too. So good to see everybody. Tonight we're on, new to me, the Kenwood TS530S. This is the one that Byron replaced for the one that he traded for 3 radios there, and so I've got my new to me one, and this one also has a narrowband sideband filter if I ever need it. And we're using the Shure 444, and that's going in to the, as I said, 530S, to the MLA 2500, into the Ultimax 8040 double bazooka. So that's the story. Again, it was great seeing many of you at Belton, as always. And of course, Friday was the best day. Lynn will tell you that. That's when he was there. K5LYN in the net, KE5Q.
Very well done, Jim. And yeah, I had a great time. I thought it was a wonderful show. If I hadn't had other things to do, I would have done Saturday also, but we got things we have to do, and so I'm glad that we got a good show there on Friday. Okay, good to hear you. Beautiful signal in Dawson. How about KD5X? David, talk to us. K5LYN.
Yes, good evening. Kilo Delta 5 Foxtrot X-ray here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Lynn and Doug and the rest of the gang. Everything's going good up here in Ponca City, Oklahoma tonight. Enjoyed the nice, cool weather. I think the high today was about 75, and the high yesterday was in the 60s. Wow, fall finally came around. Tonight I'm on the Collins KWM-2A with a 30L1 amp and a cage dipole up there about 40 feet. And everybody is sounding really good. The band's in really good shape compared to what it's been in here recently, and just enjoying everybody's checking in tonight. And you said you were on a BC348. Yeah, I used to have one of those. In fact, over the years I've had a couple of them. One of my very first shortwave receivers back when I was a kid was a BC348. I did not know its historical significance back then. Learned it later, you know, how many airplanes and whatnot it was used in. But I just knew that it was Army surplus and it was really cool radio. And I used it for several years and then traded it off for something or other. And a few years back, about 5-6 years, I got another one to play with, and enjoyed playing with it for a while, and I passed it along to somebody else. Anyway, back to you, Lynn. Have a great evening. KD5X.
Okay, nice signal on your Collins station there. I did my round last week on the Collins S line that I have here, and you can't beat Collins. And by the way, to clarify, this BC458 is the chassis upon which the homebrew phasing type exciter called Cheap and Easy SSB was built. And the 2 military tubes output there are still there. The VFO is still there. Much of the original radio is still there. But it's a lot of fun to play with something this old, you know. Okay, who else for the vintage sideband? Who else for the boat anchors net? K5LYN calling and listening.
Alpha 5 Romeo.
With the Alpha 5 Delta Sierra.
Okay, Alpha 5 Romeo. D-Roy, talk to me.
Well, howdy, Lynn. On the Orion tonight, and seems to be working fine. Everybody sounds great. Enjoyed Belton, and anyway, hope everything is working well in everybody's shack. K5LYN. This is AA5R in the group.
Nice to hear you, D-Roy. You great signal on your end, and we'll look for it again next week, maybe. All right, moving on down the road. WA5DSS. Hey, Bill, is that you?
Yeah, Roger. K5LYN, WA5DSS. Bill, in Kerrville. We're on a TS520 tonight, the original 520. We're running barefoot into a inverted D. About 35 feet in the air, and the MC50 microphone. And that's about it for us, K5LYN, WA5DSS.
Okay, Bill, the 520 will live. I think it's going to outlive all of us, that you're the second guy to come in with one. What's the story on that? Is it something you've had many years, recent acquisition, or what?
Oh, it's kind of interesting. I purchased this in 2008, I think, off of eBay, and it was my first eBay purchase ever. And I had just gotten my license back after a long time out of ham radio, and I have the original receipt. It was bought from Henry Radio in 1974. And the guy traded in a couple of, traded in some Drake twins on it. So it was like I said, it was one of the early radios that has a CW filter in it, and it also has the second VFO, it has the external VFO. K5LYN, WA5DSS.
Okay, Bill, thank you for the history there. That radio may outlive all the rest of us. It's an amazing piece of equipment. I had a parts rig one time, and I thought I'd take it apart and get some parts out of it. It's like breaking the bank. To get anything out of that thing, it's built like a battleship. So good to hear you. Nicely done. All right, who else for the net? K5LYN, listening? Wow, there are two people there. Let's try it one at a time. Let's see if I can get one call out of the group.
Victor 5 DYA.
Okay, DYA. Cliff, talk to me.
Good evening to the net. We're on a temporary setup. I got ambitious and got the AC902 hooked up eventually. Searched high and low for a microphone that fit it. We finally found one, and for some reason we can't trigger the amplifier, so we're barefoot, 100 watts. Most people are really sounding good. I had to change speakers, so that's the way it is here. Back to net control.
Very fine, Cliff, and good to hear you. That radio's talking nicely for you. Okay, there was somebody else in there. Who was that?
Whiskey Victor 5 India.
Oh, yeah, WV5I. Talk to us, Dwayne.
Yeah, hello, Dan. It's Dwayne in Munster. We're on the Collins 32S3 and 75S3B. The amplifier's a 30S1 running about a kilowatt into an inverted V at 35 feet. And the microphone is a 444D.
Okay. Did you hear me on my S-line last week by any chance?
I'm sorry I did not. I was not able to get on the air last week.
Okay, well, tell us the story of that one. Recent acquisition, something you've had for years, or what?
Yeah, this is the one I've had since 2016, and I have the receipts from the original customer. The original owner was in Pennsylvania in 1970. Evidently, they left the factory in December of 1969.
Okay. Those Collins S lines are hard to beat. The one I was on last week I have owned for 35 years, and all those 35 years I've worked on it one time since I put it on the air. How do you beat that? Over?
Oh, that's great. I wish I could have heard it, but I'm sure I will sometime in the future.
Yeah, we'll do it. I keep it on 20 meters most of the time. Anything else on your end this evening?
That'll do it. Propagation's good. I'm hearing everybody up here.
Okay, who else wants to talk to me? I'm listening.
November 5, Echo Charlie Papa.
Alpha Foxtrot 5, Bravo India.
Bravo India, talk to us.
Yeah, this is James and Uvalde. I'm talking on a Yaesu 990 going into a Meritron AL80 into a night Viking tuner up to a dual band dipole antenna about 30 feet up in the air. I guess that's about it. Back to you, AF5BI, back to net control.
James, you have a ghost in the room talking, another radio or something like that?
No, negative.
I could hear somebody talking besides you, just out of curiosity. Nice signal in Dawson. Glad you joined us this evening. Who else wants to talk? K5LYN listening.
November 5 Echo Charlie Papa.
Echo Charlie Papa, talk to us.
Hey, Lynn, it's been a long time, kid. We had our antennas come down, and we've been working at getting them back up. So now they're up in the air, over.
ECP, remind me, is that Jeff?
That's me, over.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're here every week. Come on more often.
Yeah, we'll have to do that and see if we can get it all squared away and do that now that the antennas are up, over.
Okay, yeah, we've been doing this about 20 years or so, something like that, maybe more than that. So, yeah, glad you came by. It's been too long. I'm glad you checked in with us, over.
Well, we're trying to do it more often, and we're looking to, I found out where there may be a KWM2A, and so we may look into getting that and restoring it if it needs it, and so forth. So we'll keep you advised as that goes. You take care of yourself, kids. It's always great to hear you in there.
Okay, if you get that call-in station, send me an email. I'll share some thoughts with you about it. Okay?
Okay, sounds good. We'll look to do that.
Okay, let's see if Rusty's here. Hey, Rusty, are you here, WK5R?
Yeah, I was just fixing to comment. Jeff there was my very first contact on HF.
Yeah, he and I go way back. Well, I think people are tired of me, and they're going to pick up more people if we get it up there to you. So talk to us, Rusty.
Okay. Yeah, he was talking to Ozona Bob on AM when I first got on HF. Anyway, hello, Jeff, and we'll catch you later. This is WK5R. Name's Rusty. I'm located up here halfway between Dallas and Tyler, a little town called Wills Point. And the radio is the Yaesu FTDX10. The microphone's a Tascam TM70. That's driving a homebrew GS35B amplifier. And that goes into a tuner, a homebrew tuner, which is in bypass right now. And that goes out to a dual band dipole hung up in the tree out here since my tower blew down for 80 and 40. So anyway, that's the situation here. So, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, I hate to say it, but y'all might have done it. Anybody anywhere for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K5 Delta Hotel Echo. WB5LXZ.
Okay, I got two there. Jim over there in Granbury, go ahead.
Yes, sir. It's Jim, Granbury, Texas. Tonight I'm talking on my Yaesu 897. The amp is the SP200. Antenna's a Buxcom antenna. And the tuner is an old Heathkit tuner. I think it's called the 2040 Heathkit. Pretty old tuner. And that's pretty much the rig here this evening. I didn't bring my 75 or my 51 J4 Collins to Belton, so it's still available. K5DHE.
All right, modern rig sounding good, Jim. There, it doesn't matter if you're on a modern rig as long as you're interested in what we're doing there. All right, LXZ, if I'm not mistaken, we met at Belton there. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this is Bucky, and we did meet at Belton, as a matter of fact. Tonight I'm on my Yaesu FT1000 Delta, barefoot, running about 200 watts into a G5 RV, about 35 feet. Yeah, I had a good time at Belton. I had two tables inside, and I sold out completely, most of it by Friday night, and the rest of it on Saturday. So it was a really good turnout for me. A lot of my stuff was a mistake with a friend of mine, but we got it all sold for the widow, which is a good thing. Anyway, good to hear everybody tonight, and nice to meet you in Belton. I'll see you next time. WV5LXZ. I'm in Bedford, Texas.
Roger. Yeah, good to meet you too there, Bucky, and good for the widow there. That's the way it ought to work. We'll catch you next time. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
WJA.
Got you for the count, Jim.
Roger.
All right, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, that may be it. I'll throw her back down to Doug there. And I will say this. It won't be long. The time will change, and it'll get dark a lot sooner, so we may start pulling in more of the stuff way up north in a few weeks. So back down to you there, Doug. WB1E, WK5R.
All right, WK5R, Rusty, thanks a lot. Good to see you. I wish I had more time. I was waiting it out. Man, it was hot. Oh, I'll quit complaining about that. WB1E here, and my name is Doug. I'm taking more check-ins for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Any more that would like to check in, don't have to be on a boat anchor, but we'd like to get together with them. If you don't have one, no problem. Come now. Check-ins for the Boat Anchors net. Come now. Lynn, we're winding it down, and it looks like you're going to be the one that gets to tie the ribbon on it. So K5LYN, great to see you, Lynn, and glad you gave somebody a great deal on an awesome receiver. WB1E saying 7-3's all. Over to you, Lynn.
Great show this evening. We can go around the table one last time. This K5LYN, Lynn and Austin on Cheap and Easy SSB. Anybody need to talk to me before we wipe it down? Well, I think that's it. Rusty, you have any last comments?
Nope, I'll just tie the ribbon on it. Last call for the Boat Anchors Unlimited before we shut the door. Come now. I think I heard another conversation out there, but I hear nobody else. WK5R now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited net at 8:08 and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5R.